So quiet. Whoa. I don't know if this is that much of a horror game. It's like Exit 8. So it's like kind of creepy or whatever, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Scared already? Yeah, you should be. Hold on, I'm gonna go turn off my lights. More scared of this than the game. Oh, you can run with right click. You don't have to run with right click, but you can. It's actually kind of nice. I don't like it. Into the gallery. Believe. Can jump with left control. Gallery 0. Alright, well, I don't know. It's probably fine. And it's fucking bright in here. You notice anything unusual during your visit, please turn back immediately. Is that book out of place? Put chat on screen. I don't know if I want to. It looks fine to me. What do you guys think, chat? I think it's okay. It was not okay. I wonder what it was. There's one vent. Books. Okay. Is this game just like the one about Subway? Subway? Like the sandwich shop? I assume you mean the one on the subway. Yeah, it's like that. Oh, look at that. We got to gallery 2, chat. Were these... Was this anime girl always here? Okay, I'm gonna go backwards. We're okay. Nailed it. Wonder how many you have to get through. There really isn't that much stuff here to like look at. I feel like it's very... Door in the wall. Wait, what? Oh, this thing? What's up, Blue? How's it going, buddy? The Irish bar one? Yeah, that one was good. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh no, you're playing this game? Yeah, we're probably gonna beat it in like 2 minutes though. Well, we'll see. Sometimes these games have a bit more to them than what you initially expect. I think we're good. I feel like I've already memorized this room. Why am I hugging corners? I don't know. Does anything even happen in this game, dude? What the fuck? God damn. Yeah, it looks like the light is flickering, but I don't know if that's just like a graphical thing. Because I saw that. The height of the ceiling is different? Shit, I think you're right. Wait, are you? Now you're, dude, you're tripping me out. I'm gonna go back. No, no, I think that was normal. I think something was wrong, but it wasn't the ceiling. Do you know what's wrong, buddy? You're right. There weren't any tapes on the chair. House of Necrosis. The hell is that? Ooh, new pathway. Oh shit! It's the Dark Souls duck. Duck Souls. Think this room is normal? Yeah, I'm not sure if this is. I feel like this is just an Easter egg, but at the same time, like, I guess maybe not. So maybe I should go back. I mean, it wasn't there before, so I think that's the rules still apply, even if it's Dark Souls. Oh, hi there. There's a face on the bookshelf. You know, I had no idea, but apparently a bunch of the characters from No, I'm Not a Human are based on, like, Russian memes and creepypastas and stuff. I mean, I'm not Russian, so I don't know the memes. Kind of cool though. I was seeing, like, somebody posted info, like all the references that are in the game. It's kind of cool. The stoner guy. I think there's a few that are not based on, like, memes or creepypastas, but most of them are. I feel like we're okay. Yes, the painting has always been bald. Thanks for clarifying. I really thought you were Russian. Yeah, no problem. Does that say run? What if I don't? Alright, I'm gonna run. So close, chat. I feel like this one's okay, but I'm gonna trust my... Yeah, it's like one of the anomaly games. 9? Well, I've never seen anything on this believe sign yet. Or like a lot of this. A lot of these objects haven't actually changed. Mickey Mouse is on that TV. Did the spear change hands? I don't know. Oh yeah, there's a book on top of the bookshelf. I'm gonna go back. Oh. On the exit. 9 out of 40 found. Fuck is this? Kind of quiet. Pre-played game. No, these games, you can always beat them, like, really quickly. Let's do another run, though. How much did this cost? I don't know, like $4. Something. I don't think it's very expensive. What's up, Yui? I heard Oro lost a match right before the end. Right, like, is one match away from Dev 5. Should be free, okay. Okay, we're just getting no anomalies right now. Dude, okay, there's no way 4 in a row. Oh. You choked the carry? Yeah. I feel that. What character were you playing, Duchess? I also died to heal store as the last man alive. 1 game away from depth 5. It was sad. It's okay though. Honestly, getting into depth 5, it's like, what does it really matter? But I do, I mean, I still want to get it. Don't get me wrong. But it's not like really in a rush. I wonder, I think, yeah, I think the first room is always safe. Oh, classic. Feels really bad about it. I mean, it's just a game. It's not, it's not that. He'll he'll get it. It's he'll be all right. I was playing with randoms yesterday, Yui, and I every single time I ran into somebody with cheated relics, it was a Duchess, by the way. There was this one Duchess who was doing, she had like plus 17 magic attack power up, and she had Karian sword sorcery on every relic. She was doing like, man, it was ridiculous. She was doing, I don't know, like 1 to 2,000 damage per like slicer. That was absurd. Yeah, yeah, Yui. That's true, I suppose. Dude, I feel like I'm not seeing anything at all. Like, this game is just so tame. Dude, what? Nobody in chat even can see it either. Or maybe nobody's paying attention, I don't know. It's not chat's fault. Wait, that's not normally there. Like the raw concrete floor. Yeah, I love the flash bang interior. Great. There's an Easter egg in this game, chat, that's totally worth it. I saw it on like a TikTok short or like a fucking YouTube short or something. So, but I won't spoil it. I don't know how you get it though. You already saw it? Yeah, I know. Fucking YouTube spoiled me. Honestly, that's the only that's like the only reason I learned about this game anyways. Um, okay. Well, this stuff is actually happening now. There's a clock below the TV. Am I playing on easy difficulty? I don't think you can get repeat anomalies. That's normally how these games work. You're always gonna get something new until you eventually get like all the anomalies, basically. I don't see anything. No fucking way, dude. What was it? Some of these are like so, maybe it was like the back of the chair. Yeah, that stuff is normally on top of the TV. Pretty sure. Also, we're in room 0. I don't know why I'm checking this one. No, the clock was there. You could just only see it from like a specific angle. Oh. Yeah. If it doesn't crawl out of the TV, you can't see it. Okay, dude. Yeah, we got the double sign anomaly. You know what you have to do? Yeah, you have to identify if there's an anomaly in the room, and if there is, you need to go backwards. Otherwise, you go forwards. And that's how you beat the game, basically. Okay, nice, nice. Yeah, you have to make it through 10 rooms without messing up a single time. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's trick. That's actually like I didn't see that. I wonder if there could be maybe sometimes it's this hallway. Is that possible? It might not be the room. But what is that? I hear something. Oh. The Inception top. I like how that's what it's known as. It's oh. That was pretty good. I think we're, I don't know. I think it's okay. I don't see anything. $18 out of 40 found. We're getting there, chat. This is the thing. It's almost, I guess I should. Can't skip the credits. I mean, it's not like they're very long, so. There's an Easter egg you get if you get all 40, I think, chat. Or actually, I don't know. Maybe it's just maybe one of them is. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably after you get all the anomalies. I don't know. We're already like halfway there. I don't mind. I don't have any other game to play after this, so we might as well find all of them. The nice thing is you can't get repeats, so you're not gonna like. I don't mind looking for the other ones because at least it's all. You're always gonna see something new. Oh yeah, I'm stopping on room 0 again. Yeah. I just yeah, it is room 0. I will say though, one of these games actually kills you when you like there's hostile entities and stuff. You can actually die, which I kind of liked. I don't think you can die in this game. Oh, there's blood on the chair. Alone in the Dark remake. Doesn't that have the guy from like Stranger Things in it or something? Hopper. He's got a hot dog. He speared a wiener. Oh my god, the horror. Oh, there's an apple. Yeah, Azure, but I think that's just scripted. Like, it's meant to scare you, but I don't think you can actually... I don't think that guy could actually kill me. But it was well done. Like, the sound effect was good. Mm. 10 bells, yeah. Oh, god dang it. I didn't see it. I wonder what it was. I'm checking room 0 again. I'm sorry. Oh my god. I know. I'm sorry. I think this is fine. Yeah, Cabin Factory was good. It was a little short though. I wish Cabin Factory was like... dude, if Cabin Factory actually had multiple cabins that you had to get through, I feel like that would have been so good. He's got meat on the inside. Wait, is that camera always there? It isn't. It isn't! I found myself in a strange house and I'm scared. No, I have not played that. Yeah, Cabin Factory and 10 Bells were probably my two favorites. Exit 8 was good too, but it was also a little like basic, a little short. I don't know, it looks okay to me, but I feel like it's not. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't see it. I don't know. I wonder what it was. And I'm checking room 0 again. Why did they even start you in room 0, bro? Just start me in room 1, for fuck's sakes. The lamp is lit? Is it? So you can check the normal room once you're lost? Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm just impatient. Okay, chat, look it. I did it! I did it, chat. I think this looks normal. Mm. What was it? I don't know. I can't say. Some of these are really hard to see. Hmm. Surprised the statue has an ass. Is this guy's like... Wait, is he looking at me? though. Does he always look like this? I feel like he looks different all like these statues are tweaking me out. I don't know. I feel like there's something wrong with them. Okay, I'm just tweaking. Okay, that's obvious. The back rooms. Jump. I can't jump. I can't. It was an invis wall. I think it's clean. You check so fast. Yeah, I'm a speedrunner. All right, cock check. Looks good. Think we're good. Dude! I wonder what it was. Wait, am I checking room 0 again? I'm just double checking to make sure I know what's normal, chat, okay? Oh. Wait, is this the thing? They should make this guaranteed to show up. Beautiful. I need more anomalies like that, dude. Hmm. We got it. Game over. Yeah. No, well, we gotta see if there's something for getting all the anomalies now. I don't see anything. We're not that far off. I think we only have like 10. Oh, fuck. I think we only have like 10 left. They couldn't possibly top that. Yeah. But, you know, it's okay. I want to say, we're close now, and whatever. We've only been playing this game for like 40 minutes anyways. Might as well just finish it. Wait, am I checking zero again? No, I'm not. Okay. I don't know. I don't see anything. Okay. I don't know. Like, what are some of these half face? The ceiling's coming down. Hey, Ali Lena, thank you for the 2-year resub. Fishizzler, thank you for the 23 months. T-Vice, thank you for the 26. Top of the cube always missing? Yes, I think. I think it's okay. Oh yeah, the fire alarm's in the wrong spot. You're right. Fire alarm's good. Lights are good. Vents good. Bookshelf is good. Statue is good. Cube is good. TV's good. Box checked. I think we're good. No, the cube's normal. The spiral pattern is the same. No, the chair's normal. I think we're good. Yep. Seen like one anomaly in the painting. Not really much happening with this guy. Most of the time. No, the stickers are always on the TV. Dude! What was it? Oh, and I'm checking zero again. Well, he did. I mean, yeah, he has an ass. Obama? What? The wires on Believe. Yeah. Yote done? Yeah, we finished it. I think the vents are normal. There's always 6th floor vents. No? Did I do the man breaker? No. Okay, well, you guys were right, whatever it was. I have no idea. I wonder if that counts, like, as spotting the anomaly. You were right. Hair was a different color. Dude. Let's just check 0 real quick. You never know, chat. You never know. Oh, way. What is... What are some of these anomalies? Like, how subtle are they? Okay, dude. All right. Oh, there's a vent missing. 2 vents missing. Is that bookshelf different? I don't know. I think it's okay. Maybe. Oh shit, wait, you're right. This one lamp is misaligned. Or wait, has it always been like that? Oh, the exit sign that was here is not normally there. I saw that and I was just thinking to myself, is that normally there? Yeah, it was the exit sign right there. I think we're good. The chair always hanging off the carpet? I think so. Is it is it not? What was it? It wasn't the chair. It wasn't the picture frame. Only the subtle ones are left? Yeah. What it seems like. The golden art piece was rusty. Cube is not right? I'm pretty sure the cube is right, chat. Oh yeah, this thing is rusty now. You're right. Gotta be close now. Is that vent always there? Come on. Three vents, bookshelf, door. Statues look okay. Painting looks okay. Looks fine. There isn't normally a door next to the painting. Oh, fire alarms there. I don't know. Some of these are like so incredibly subtle. Like what the fuck even, what even was that? I think that's just the lighting. What? What? What is it? Oh. You found all anomalies. Thank you for playing. Wait, so what now? Is there any anomalies anymore? Hold on, what if I beat the game now? Yeah, it's random again now, it seems. It's fine, we're experts though, right? There's probably... It's probably no different whether... I mean, it said thank you for playing, so... There's probably nothing even. Honestly, I just wanted to see the cat meme. But maybe we'll get the cat again on the way. Oh, we got the back rooms again. All right, well, we'll try to finish this, but if we can't, then whatever. I doubt there's like another ending or anything. Oh, that one's easy. Come on, give us cat RNG. Oh, exit sign. Healing is fine. I think we're good. What? Don't. Okay. All the vents are there. Sign is good. That's good. Lights are good. Vents good. I mean, I don't know. It looks good to me, but... Oh. Oh, look at that. We've done it, baby! Yippee! I don't think anything's different, though. Oh, whatever. That's a fun game. Do one more for the cat again. That's okay. The thing is, since we got all of them, I don't think, I don't know, maybe it like resets or something, but it might just be completely random now, so. Fun. I don't know, I like these games. I mean, this one was kind of... The cat meme made it worth it, but... I guess you could delete your save data. it was all right. I have fun with these like spot the difference games. They're not that scary or anything per se, but